Let's go on an adventure together. See the beauty of Japan and all the places we have planned. In the faces that you never knew were waiting for you. Late night to sunrise, we'll stay by your side and make your memories everlasting.
Hi everyone! Welcome to JT and Friends. I'm Veronica.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Maria.
And we hope you're hungry because today we're going to take you on a food tour from Tokyo to Niigata and learn about the sustainable and graceful side of Japanese gastronomy.
How exciting!
So Tokyo's metropolitan area is famous for its skyline, landmarks like Tokyo Tower and Tokyo Skytree. It very much has an energetic atmosphere. Something's always happening, and places like Shibuya with the large screens and colorful advertisements, and Ginza with its sleek architecture have given the city a modern and oftentimes futuristic reputation.
So true.
Yeah, so Niigata, on the other hand, more so relates to Japan's countryside, and it's home to beautiful nature, picturesque rice fields and farmland, seaside views, and it definitely has a slower pace of life. Much more relaxed than Tokyo's busy city vibes.
So true. And for those of you who don't know Niigata, Niigata is located in the northwest of Japan and along the coast of the Sea of Japan. And traveling from Tokyo to Niigata is fairly easy because from Tokyo Station to Niigata, it is only about 1 hour by Shinkansen, which is the high-speed bullet train here in Japan.
Yeah, so luckily, thanks to the easy access between those two prefectures, you can easily experience different sides of Japan within your one trip. And both prefectures are home to delicious regional cuisines that have been shaped by their available resources and their histories. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sure. In Japan, where tradition coexists with modernity, two prefectures stand as captivating embodiments of grace.
Welcome to a story of contrast, where the vibrant energy of Tokyo intertwines with the beauty of Niigata.
Join us as we explore the harmony between their distinct personalities and their amazing cuisines.
So I explored Tokyo's cuisine, and what's really cool about Tokyo is that you can find food from all over Japan here, as well as a diverse range of global cuisines, but at the same time, Tokyo has its own unique food culture. And I'm not sure if you knew, but actually, Tokyo has the most Michelin-starred restaurants in the world.
Wow.
Damn, no, I didn't know that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And I tried Niigata's cuisine, which illustrates deep connection between Niigata's people, land, and sea. Think fresh seafood, amazing rice, and and quality sake brewed from the purest waters.
So during their journeys, they met some inspiring people who taught them more about the food and the culture behind the food. And today they're going to share what they learned with me and you. So let's first start in Tokyo with Maria.
Yes. So I mentioned the Michelin-starred restaurants, and I actually visited a 3 Michelin-starred restaurant called Kagurazaka Ishikawa, which is located in Tokyo's Kagurazaka district, which is basically Shinjuku in the center of Tokyo. And so about Kagurazaka, actually, it's a traditional neighborhood which used to be one of the main hubs for geisha, tea houses, and all sorts of entertainment during the Edo period.
That's very interesting. I never would expect something to be like in Shinjuku like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, next to all the skyscrapers and stuff, yeah. But actually in Kagurazaka, you can find many old establishments like ryote, which are exclusive and exquisite Japanese-style restaurants.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. And the restaurant that I visited is one of them, so yeah, maybe let's have a look at it.
Yes, please.
While its unassuming exterior may go unnoticed by passers-by, the interior is stylishly lit and decorated, providing a warm and welcoming atmosphere. The chef and owner, Hideki Ishikawa, who is originally from Niigata, puts his own spin on traditional Japanese cuisine, surprising guests with unexpected flavors and presentations. The restaurant's menu is dictated by the seasons, utilizing fresh and locally sourced ingredients. From refreshing and cooling dishes in summer to warming delicacies in winter, Ishikawa's creations showcase the quality of the produce and the chef's incredible skills.
どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
もうおしんこもね持ってきますからね。
石川さんが作られるお料理の特徴とは何なのか教えていただけますか？
なるべく素材が分かって、でも素材だけではないやっぱりこう組み合わせとか、ここ石川に来てもらって初めて体験するようなそういう組み合わせの妙を考えて、こんな組み合わせがあったんだ。
Wow, the restaurant, it looked so nice, so traditional, but also very sophisticated. And the chef looked really passionate about what he did. Did he provide any insights about the food?
Yes, so the chef and owner Ishikawa-san told me that he likes to experiment with different kinds of ingredients and mix them together in an unexpected way. So although the dishes might appear simple, he wants to create something that surprises the guests. So they would think, oh wow, I've never tried this food combination before.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're so lucky you got to try it.
Right?
And in the video, the ingredients, they looked so fresh. Do you know where they're from?
Yes, so all the ingredients are from Japan. From
nice.
all over Japan, basically. So for example, I had rice seasoned with pepper from Kyoto.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And the rice itself was actually from Niigata.
Ooh.
Yes, because Ishikawa-san himself, he's originally from Niigata, and he told me that he's been using the same type of rice for over a decade, basically.
Okay, this must be some really good rice, right?
And the rice he uses is called koshihikari, which is one of the most popular rice brands in Japan. Yeah.
So lucky.
Yeah. So I think it mentioned briefly in the video, but how does his menu vary depending on the season?
So the menu varies depending on the season because Ishikawa-san tries to use seasonal ingredients. For example, I tried one dessert which was very refreshing and something that you would just crave on a hot summer day, whereas in the winter he might serve something which is more, let's say, richer in taste, maybe more savory. And usually Ishikawa-san would serve takikomi gohan, which is rice seasoned and cooked with different kinds of ingredients, like the rice that I tried when I was there in the summer. However, around September to October, the restaurant serves simple white rice. And the reason for that is, so from September to October, that's the time when the first crop of rice is harvested. And this is the only rice that can be sold and marketed as shinmai, which literally translates to new rice.
Ooh.
But usually it is the takikomi gohan, and Ishikawa-san told me that the rice that I tried in the summer is one of the most popular dishes at Ishikawa.
Amazing.
And it is something that is often requested by regulars.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing the video, I wanted to try it.
Right?
Yeah.
It looked really good.
It made me hungry.
Yeah, honestly.
But speaking of rice, like you learned a lot about the rice production and the rice fields in Niigata, right, Anna?
Yeah, actually, when I was in Niigata, I visited 2 sake breweries.
Nice.
One in Niigata City and one on Sado Island. So Niigata has long been renowned for its rice production, and actually it has the highest rice crop yield in Japan.
Wow.
Right?
Must be low.
Yeah. So the prefecture's fertile land, ideal climate, and pure water source make for delicious rice. So from delicious rice comes delicious sake. So let's look at Imayotsukasa Sake Brewery in Niigata City first.
We're here at Imayotsukasa Sake Brewery, located in Niigata City. Imayotsukasa started as an inn and a sake shop and became a sake brewery in the middle of the Meiji era, which was from 1868 to 1912, so believed to be around 1890. Let's go and explore the beauty of Japanese sake.
At the center of Niigata's food culture lies its rice production. Niigata has the highest rice crop yield in all of Japan and one of the heaviest snowfall. Its soil is rich with nutrients from the melting snow, and its climate is ideal with warm days and cold nights that makes for delicious rice. It is truly graced by nature.
On Sado Island, which is an island off of Niigata's mainland, I visited Gakkogura, which is a sake brewery school. So let's have a look at the footage now.
We are at Gakkogura, which is a sake brewery school and has been established at this 130-year-old former elementary school site.
Obata Sake Brewery, founded in 1892, revitalized this old school on Sado Island in 2014. The school had been closed due to the decreasing number of children, and the Obata family wanted to preserve the school as a place of learning, naming it Gakkogura, meaning school brewery.
The Gakkogura Cafe has been established in a former classroom with a beautiful view of the Japan Sea. Cheers!
So while I was at Gakkogura, I met Yumi-san, who was Hong Kong's representative for Miss Sake 2020. Yeah, she was really cool. And it was really nice talking with her and hearing her experience and her passion about sake and Sado Island.
So does she live on Sado Island?
Yes, she lives on Sado Island and she used to work at Obata Sake Brewery.
Oh,
yeah.
And you visited Sado Island, so what was your favorite part?
Everything.
Fair, fair.
But I especially like going on Taraibune, which is a traditional washed up boat. A small but sturdy boat that has been used since the Meiji era. And I really like trying many different kinds of sake with Yumi-san and talking to her about them.
It's definitely the best place to try sake.
Yeah,
Niigata.
for sure.
Yeah. So how do sake breweries in Niigata City and Sado Island incorporate sustainability into their businesses and brands?
Ooh, good question.
Thank you.
So they use locally grown sake rice and also natural spring water. And at Imayo Tsukasa, they actually build their own wooden barrels to brew sake to keep the tradition and culture. And actually, in Gakkogura, there's a cafe that serves lunch, dessert, and drinks. And they use locally grown ingredients and byproducts of sake brewing, like sake leaves and koji in their menu. But unfortunately, when I went there, the cafe was closed, so I couldn't try the food, but I really want to go back and try
So
it.
disappointing, yeah. I've never heard of that kind of cafe before. It's
Yeah.
cool that they're using the byproducts so they don't go to
so
waste.
cool, right?
So yeah, definitely hit me up when you go.
Okay.
I want to visit too.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So let's travel back to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tsukemen are dipping noodles, served separately next to a rich, concentrated broth. Compared to regular ramen, tsukemen broth is much thicker and richer, leading to a deeper taste experience. The noodles are satisfyingly thick and chewy, and every bite releases their flavor.
Well, those noodles looked absolutely amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I want them right now. And did the broth taste different? Like, what was the flavor?
Yeah, so tsukemen broth is much richer and more concentrated than regular ramen broth. This broth in particular was very creamy and very satisfying.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, it looked very creamy from the video.
Right.
And does the taste differ from ordinary ramen?
Yes, so the noodles for tsukemen are thicker, softer, and also chewier, I would say.
Okay.
Very delicious.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, that does
Right?
sound delicious.
You should try sometime.
Please, I would love to. Let's all go get some.
Yeah. But Anna, I heard there's also a noodle dish from Niigata. That's very interesting.
Yes, actually. So let's talk about hegi soba, which is Niigata's specialty food. So I was lucky enough to try in Ojiya, which is the birthplace of hegi soba, at Maruichi, a 50-year-old soba restaurant.
Oh, damn.
So let's look at my past self to learn more about hegi soba.
Hegi soba is a type of soba noodle dish served on a flat wooden tray called a hegi. The soba noodles are made from buckwheat flour and use funori, a seaweed, as its binder.
Wow, it looks so delicious.
Funori is a seaweed found on rocks along the coast, and it is rich in nutrients. When boiled, it becomes a greenish paste which is kneaded into buckwheat flour and used to make hegi soba. This gives hegi soba a completely different texture and firmness from regular soba.
The soba tastes refreshing and it goes very well with the tempura.
Those noodles looked so delicious.
Right?
Could you taste the funori in the hegi soba?
Actually, you can't really taste the seaweed. It just adds a textural element to the noodles.
I see.
Yeah.
And do you know why they use funori as the binding agent in the noodles instead of the typical wheat flour?
Yes, actually, the region where hegi soba originated from was famous for textile culture, and in that industry, they use funori to strengthen the threads. And one day, some genius added funori to soba, and the rest is history.
That's so interesting.
Right.
I want to know how it ended up in there.
Yeah, it's so
Why
cool.
did they decide to do that? Is hegi soba a popular dish year round?
Of course, but
Of course.
yes, of course. But because hegi soba is served cold, I prefer to have it in warmer season.
That
But
makes
yes,
sense. Yeah.
it's delicious all year round.
Yeah. As you girls know, I'm a big soba fan,
Yeah.
and I always prefer my soba cold. So I think I'd really like hegi soba. Honestly, all the food looked so delicious. I'm a bit jealous that you guys got to try all of this, but I'm hoping one day I'll be able to have it as well.
Well, I guess today's your lucky day.
What does that mean?
お願いします。
Girls!
Here's your specially served tsukemen.
It smells
And-
so good.
And sake from Obata Shuzo, Obata Sake Brewery, who made the gakkogura, which we talked about just
see,
before.
on Sado Island.
Yeah, and this one
Oh.
is called Chou Karakuchi Junmai Genshu Hiyaoroshi. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that is a mouthful. So
I have
sake
a
first?
cup. So this cup is from Imayotsukasa Sake Brewery in Niigata City. This for you.
Perfect. Thank you. So beautiful.
And one big cup for you.
Oh, thank you. Perfect.
And a mini one for me.
I'm excited.
So should I open it?
Please. This is how we should always do podcasts,
Right?
So,
Sorry.
Oh, sure.
sorry. Okay, you can. Please help me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Nice sound.
It's a beautiful sound.
You're welcome. Okay,
We have to cheers.
of course. Let's
Alright.
cheers.
Kanpai.
Cheers. Mmm.
Synchronized.
How is it?
Actually, so I'm still tasting different sakes in Japan. It wasn't like my first drink when I lived in the US.
Yeah.
But this was actually very smooth, but it was a bit stronger, I noticed.
Mm.
I felt like I could taste the rice more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so actually it's called genshu. It's because no water is added to this sake. Yeah, so
wow,
it's a bit
interesting.
stronger than usual. And they use rice, sake rice from Niigata prefecture.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Thank you so much for bringing
It
that.
tastes really good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That's nice.
And
So,
actually, this tsukemen is from Meiya Musashi. It's not from the same store that I went to, but it's actually a chain here in Tokyo. So you can basically try the same type of noodles that I tried when I went
it
there.
looks nice.
Looks delicious.
They're definitely thicker than normal ramen noodles.
Very elastic too.
Elastic. Let's get this broth.
The broth smells really good.
It does. And yeah, oh my god, so
I
thick.
can smell it from here.
Mmm.
How is it?
It's very good. Is there any like seafood
Yes.
flavoring in there?
In the broth, there's some.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Savory, definitely thicker than normal ramen broth. Yeah, I love this kind of deconstructed version of ramen.
It looks
yeah,
delicious.
It is
I'm
delicious.
jealous now.
Honestly, you guys already had your food.
Yeah, please enjoy.
But anyway, let's just to wrap it up, bring everything back. It's most of these foods and drinks originated in these areas because of the available resources at that time and the cultures impacted them, industries. And it's amazing that prefectures and communities are still preserving these regional varieties and that we have opportunities to taste them and then learn more about the histories from locals.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you would like to explore vibrant Tokyo as well as the elegance of Niigata, then definitely put both Tokyo and Niigata on your next Japan itinerary, because remember, as we said, those two prefectures are only about 1 hour away from each other by train.
Yeah, and if you're interested in learning more about the food cultures of the two prefectures, check out our full-length Tokyo Niigata video on japantravel.com. And if you just want to learn more about these prefectures overall, please check out our Tokyo Niigata page on japantravel.com. There's activities, workshops, points of interest, lots of interesting things that are definitely going to inspire your next trip to Japan. And you'll definitely see familiar faces on that site. So check it out for sure.
And we'll link everything in the description section.
Check it out!
Check it out. So, ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much!
Bye bye!